What is the IRR or internal rate of return? Internal rate of return is a capital budgeting tool to estimate the rate of return a project is going to really generate. It is the true rate of return a given stream of cash flows generates. You can think of internal rate of return as the rate of growth a project is expected to generate. Since the IRR is an estimation of the rate at which the project's returns will grow, the actual rate of return that a given project ends up generating will often differ from its expected returns. It can be lower than expected, higher than expected, and sometimes extraordinarily better than expected growth. A project with a substantially higher IRR value than other available options would still provide a much better chance of strong growth. One popular use of IRR is comparing the profitability of establishing new operations with that of expanding existing ones. For example, an energy company may use IRR in deciding whether to open a new power plant or to renovate and expand a previously existing one. Now let us see how IRR is used to assess two different projects. Let us say the company's target IRR is 21%. While both projects are likely to add value to the company, as it fairly seems that both projects are going to generate profits, but based on the IRR you have to choose any one. It is likely that new one will be the more logical decision, as prescribed by IRR. Internal rate of return is generally calculated using financial calculators. You need to give the inputs and you will get the output as IRR. The inputs are simply the cash flows given under the number of periods. For example, you have the given stream of cash flows. To find the IRR you need to give the inputs as follows. Press CF button. The screen will show the CF0 equals 0.00. Now input the CF0 equals minus 50,000. Then press the down arrow button to move to next cash flow. For year 1 that is 10,000, then for year 2 12,000, for year 3 16,000, for year 4 19,000, and finally for year 5 21,000. After entering all the cash flows, press IRR button on the calculator and then press compute button. The answer would be 14.70%. The Excel will give the same results. An interesting fact about NPV and IRR is that they both are used as a metric for investment appraisal purposes. As far as the IRR is higher than the cost of capital of a project, the NPV will be positive. But this rule with IRR sometimes can be misleading if used alone, depending on the initial investment costs. A project may have a low IRR but a high NPV, meaning that while the pace at which the company sees returns on that project may be slow, the project may also be adding a great deal of overall value to the company. A similar issue arises when using IRR to compare two projects of different lengths. For example, a project of a short duration may have a high IRR than the other one, making it appear to be an excellent investment, but may also have a low NPV. Conversely, a longer project may have a low IRR, earning returns slowly and steadily, but may add a large amount of value to the company over time.